be let free!
Reload!
Strike!
Here I go!
In a bind? You're mine!
Back into the fray!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Explosive Ring!
Lightning!
Elusive Deity!
Raging
Raging
Roar!
Tiger!
It's weakened!
Carve through armor! This ends now! Devastated Touch!
Magic is hell! Do it! Holy Lance! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Double Demon Fang! Eater!
Denied! Here goes! Healing shot in your dreams! I'm almost impressed!
I praise you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Resonate with in a bind? Here I come! Wind!
Lightning
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Negative Jake! You're mine! This is looking good! On your knees!
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's the evil! Here's the freeze laser!
Smash you! This one's all mine!
Resonate with the now!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block! Looks like we won.
You guys want to rest here?
Sure. Just great.
Well... I'm really tired today for some reason. Anyway, I should get to work on dinner.
Oh, we already started. We've got it covered tonight, Kisara. Just relax and leave it to us.
I see. Well, I'll leave it to you then. We don't have a lot of ingredients though, so don't go overboard, okay? Guess I'll do some laundry instead. What are you two doing?
What does it look like? We're doing laundry, obviously.
Yeah, I guess you are. You're not trying to clean them by smacking them around again, are you?
Of course not. I have a good memory. Once someone yells at me, I don't forget it.
He's fine, Kisara. I've been keeping an eye on him, and there haven't been any problems.
Oh, good. If you say so, Alphen, then I have nothing to worry about.
Hey, How come you don't trust me when I say it?
Just don't squeeze too hard or else you'll damage the fabric. Okay?
Yeah, I get it. You know, if you keep making that face, it's gonna stick that way.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, if there's nothing for me to do, I guess I'll head back. I suppose I should take this as a sign of how much they've all grown, but... Oh, Dohalim. What are you doing here?
Simply admiring our campfire as I await dinner. I find watching the flames dance can be rather inspiring.
Just the same as always, then. Although I'm sort of relieved.
Oh? And here I thought you were planning to scold me.
Why? Did you want to be scolded too?
No, I wasn't saying that. The night is aglow with star and firelight. Yet what I hold most dear are the words of a friend.
That's not like your usual poetry. Are you trying to tell me something?
Brimming is thy soul with words yet unspoken.
Okay, I get it. You want me to talk to you about it.
To hear your words of worry, I can but sit and wait.
I said I get it. I guess I'm just struggling with how capable everyone's become these days. I'm proud of them, but I'm not sure what I contribute to the team anymore. So, I guess it's been troubling me a bit. They don't need me for chores or fighting anymore. And I don't have much in the way of feminine charm. But aside from being a soldier, do I have anything else to offer? And if not, then what good am I? I can't help worrying about it.
Lost though you may be, with utopia but a dream, life without you would be no life at all.
Dohalim, you're right. I still have Miguel's dream left to fulfill. And we still have the fight ahead of us to overcome.
With you by my side, even the bitter times can taste sweet.
Okay, I think that's enough poetry for one day.
Hey, dinner's ready! Wow, you look really happy, Kisara.
Oh? I'm just excited to see what you two have cooked up. Now let's sit down and enjoy it already. Dohalim, all of your replies last night were poems. What was that all about?
I suppose I was struck with poetic inspiration. Did it strike your fancy?
Yes. I found it to be quite elegant.
I'm afraid my memory of them is a bit faint. Could I trouble you to recite them for me?
No, you cannot. Remember them yourself.
We've reached our destination.
I guess. All right.
Yeah! Did anyone notice Beifan acting a little strange?
I guess he was. Maybe the anxiety's getting to him.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
Don't get careless!
Oh, Violet.
Don't tell me!
Car
You picked the wrong fight!
Mega
All in
Ray,
order.
enhancing!
You're mine!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
This is where the light fell? What's with this tower? Is it a Dahnan relic?
No idea. But the astral energy is getting stronger here. The light's definitely in this area. Even if it is an agent from Lenegis, I'll blow them away with my astral arts. Hi, Hoodle! Annihilation!
Negative gate!
Raging Cascade!
Demon Fang!
Friend!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Easy agile.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! Can you take it?
Flame! Reload!
Swordline Alpha! Calibrating slash!
Now! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Someone being attacked?
We have to save them! I won't let them get hurt!
I have a bad feeling about this.
March on!
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! Fall into my own death!
Shield from calamity! Never see what I can do!
My
Try
spec.
this! No further! We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You picked the wrong fight!
Holy Lance! This one's mine!
Lightning thrust! Rending you apart!
Lunar
Here I come! Swordline Alpha! Eternal devastation!
Annihilation! Now!
Demon Fang! Jolene! Hey! Blow them away! Crap!
Well...
Why you? Why you?
I guess...
Yeah.
got you.
Illuminate!
Sonic Thrust! Try this! Rending Flash!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
I'm ready!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Pierce through!
Now you see what I can do!
Begin!
Do it!
On the wind! Raining Slash!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Stairs. Which way do we go?
I say up. I sense presences below us, but not as large.
Up it is, then. It's just steps upon steps. Why would someone build this?
Not to live in, I'm guessing.
Right? It would take someone real kooky to build all this.
Right. This astral energy is incredible.
It's so thick here. Even we can sense it.
Get ready, everybody!
I was born ready. Nothing can surprise me.
Look up there!
What the hell is that?
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first.
Can't get out of this!
Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong fight!
Flying footy? Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Not on my watch!
Catapult!
I can handle it. Far enough.
Mirage!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Illuminate the dark! Freeze Blaster!
Ready and ready.
Holy Lamp!
Armor won't save you!
That thing's headed this way!
Even I can't stop that.
Everyone, look out!
We're doomed! Doomed!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, Rice. I'm calm.
Benediction light.
Resuscitation!
Not done yet!
Nothing gets by me.
Newcomers, let's welcome them.
Watch the ones up above, too!
Thanks so much! Where are you going?
Ready and ready.
Rising Sun!
Take this!
Will this help?
Not today!
Holy Lamp!
Everlasting
circle.
darkness.
Negative gate. Now you see what I can do.
I'm ready!
Sion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Eagle Ray.
Not in your dreams!
Take this! Sonic Thrust!
Far enough.
Rising Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Illuminate the dark! Pierce evil!
Rising Wyvern!
Holy
The
Lamp!
bring you down! Yours to be let free! Not today!
Do it!
Law! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They just keep coming!
This thing's putting us through our paces.
Holy
Megasonic Thrust!
Freeze Blazer!
Stardust!
Ready and ready.
Can't get out of this!
Healing Circle! Wind Astral Energy! Dance in the
I'll
wind!
smash you.
Resonate with the earth!
I can handle it.
Rending you bloody!
Far enough.
Hurricane Storm!
Lightning! Downfall! If it's in the sky, it's lightning orb!
Swallow Blade!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Easter!
I'll heal you all!
Double Demon Tail!
Can you take it?
Swallow Blade!
Radiant Pierce!
Luna Rondo!
Constantine! Radiant
Mirage!
Pierce! Steel Orb!
Backhand Blade! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Rending you bloody howling. Armor won't save you.
Stalagma!
Can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Benediction
Swallow Blade! Burn in hell!
Another incantation ruined.
Pierce evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive deity!
Will this help?
Ready to go.
Lightning and death!
Demon Fang!
Thunder Blade! Illuminate the
Destruction!
kingdom!
you!
Need to pull myself together.
No bond shall break this night.
Dance in the wind!
Straight through him!
Now, first aid!
Ready and ready! I'll smash you!
Samurai Aqua!
The earth throbs in pain.
Will this help? Don't get in my way!
Eagle Ray!
Illuminate the
Rising
dark!
Wyvern!
I'm ready!
No
Come
further!
on,
Soaring Light Spear!
This one's mine! Holy Lance!
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
Elusive
Pull
deity!
myself together.
I'm all
I'm
stuck
ready! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block!
Arc Seal!
Rising Wyvern!
Confiscated! Thanks so much! Final Killer Flame! Dance in the wind! That's my cue!
Rising Wyvern! Shut him down!
Ready to go! Another wave?
How long do we have to deal with this? Ready and ready!
You picked the wrong
Please
fight!
now. I'll be saving this one.
Be still! Rising! I'll smash you! Crush!
Nail struck!
Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm only getting
Blow away!
lightning condensed! Thunder Blade! Illuminate the dark!
They smite with blackened blade!
Rising Wyvern! Crush! Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix! Take
If it's
it!
in the sky, it's mine.
I'm ready!
Shield,
Go for it!
prepare to crumble. Here, let me help.
Beast!
I never miss!
Rising Distance!
In a bind!
Here!
It's on! Sword Rain Alpha!
Denied.
Resonate
Now!
with the earth!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Glacial spear.
Rising
Piercing!
Wyvern!
Resonate with the
Eat
earth!
dirt!
Freeze
Stalagmite!
Lancer! Not on my watch!
Shattering us pieces!
More with
I can carve through armor!
Destruction!
I'm out of ammo! Shaggy! Supernova!
You may be strong. You'll pay for that!
The flame!
This should do it!
Burning strike! Raging cascade! Breath! Magic
This should do it!
Air thrust! Burning
Hurricane
strike!
No bond shall break this
Thunder
night.
blade! New leaf on life! Thanks
Take
so
this!
much. It's weakened!
This ends now!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Eternal Damnation!
Here, let me help.
Elusive deity!
First aid!
Eagle Ray!
I can handle it.
Not in your dreams!
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
Chinese Supernova! Here's a healing arc! First aid! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lamp!
I'll smash you! Rising! We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
In a bind!
Still anyone's fight!
Air thrust! Explosion!
Benediction light!
Dance like the wind! It's air thrust!
Scream bathed in
Illuminate the
blood!
dark!
Rending you a bloody! Forgive me!
This it?
Don't give up! Raging cat!
Not done yet! Double Demon!
Feel!
There!
I'll be
Be
saving
still!
this one!
Rising Falcon!
Magic is there!
I'll bring you back from
Eternal
death.
Devastation!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
Now you see what I can do!
It's on!
Here's a healing arc!
Not today!
Illuminate the dark! First aid! Holy Glimmer! Holy
Double
Lamp!
Ray!
That'll bring you down.
Here's a healing arc!
thank
First
you.
aid! Mega Ray! Confiscated!
Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Rising
Here's a
Wyvern!
healing arc! Lightning contained!
This is some punishment.
Stay away from my friend! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
This one's all mine!
Resuscitation!
No rest for the wicked.
Anything in armor!
At this point, we're practically sitting ducks.
Alphen, I've got this!
Right, I'll handle the rest!
Nothing gets by me.
Still!
Need to pull myself. Heads up, Alphen!
This is our chance! A weak point? You picked the wrong fight! Damn it! Looks like we're gonna have to take care of these first! Swallow Blade!
Slash! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Pierce through! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! We did it.
Yeah, the astral energy is dispersing. It shouldn't cause any more problems.
Whew, that was harrowing. Now that we've taken care of that light, I guess all that's left to do is tell Bayfont.
Yeah.
You okay, Rinwell?
I'm fine. This whole thing just reminded me how different I am. I'm a freak that doesn't belong on Dana or Rena. Even if I don't look like it from the outside.
I mean, sure. Maybe it's a little unusual that you can use magic. But if we're talking about unusual...
I didn't have memories, a face, or a sense of pain. Everyone called me Iron Mask. And then on top of that, I was born over 300 years ago. If anyone's a freak, it's me.
Join the club. I have my thorns. Dohalim's a Renan lord who gave up his title. And Kisara believes Danans and Renans can live in peaceful coexistence together.
And I used to work for the Snake Eyes, remember?
You guys...
and... Oh, and my feet get stinky real easily, too.
Too much information, Law.
Yeah, but Alphen, you do that thing where you grind your teeth really loudly in your sleep.
I don't see how that's... Wait, I do? Well, at least it's not as bad as when you...
When I what?
Whoa, guys! Why are we even arguing about this?
You're the one who made this weird.
Thanks, everyone. It makes me so happy to have such caring friends. I need to be better at not keeping this stuff bottled up. I know it's not good for me, but I'm gonna work on it. So don't worry about me, okay?
I wonder if she perceives being a mage to be a source of continual obligation.
Rinwell's pretty much the only one left. Sometimes I think it might have been easier for her to have just kept it hidden, but I guess that wouldn't solve much.
Indeed.
This one's tough! Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
Armor won't save you!
Bloody hell! This one's mine!
Far enough!
Swallow
In a
Blade!
bot!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Now sounds like a jump!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Illuminate the dark! Holy
Ignite!
Rise and rend! Holy land!
Begin!
That'll bring you down!
Take this! You're mine!
Laser Spear! Piercing
Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Sonic Thrust!
Light!
Lunar Rocket!
Dohalim!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Sighted! One more!
Dazzle!
I'm out of ammo! Not sidewalk!
Rising Light!
Now!
Thrust!
Illuminate
Air
the
Pressure!
Radiant Holy Hand!
Lightning Thrust!
Shattering the pieces! Resonate with the
Attack!
earth! Stalagmite!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger. We've reached our destination.
Crap!
Right. Hey. How?
Yeah.
Why you? Wait! What?
I see.
Huh?
Thanks.
Wait!
Huh? Really?
Good.
All right.
Maybe it's not so bad being a mage after all. What matters is that I've found people who accept me for who I am. Mage or not, as long as I had that, I think I'll be okay. And after everything they've done for me, I guess I can't say it matters if they're Renan or not either.
You're looking pretty content.
Yeah, I feel like life's taken a turn for the better all of a sudden.
Oh, that's good to hear. But Why did you say you felt that way?
Ugh, why can't you be more like Dohalim?
What?
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time. Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegis mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zeugle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
And the points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign, though it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Dahnan. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dahna, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it!
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, their sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dahna.
But Dohalim was a lord.
Only current acting lords have power. Renan's...
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to...
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Dahnans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day...
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too.
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of them? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dahna, which means that...
Yeah.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
Why couldn't he extend that to us Dahnans?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went.
Pardon.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief...
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganeth Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Dahnan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the
Yeah, that makes...
So...
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of
So then this Hanfried whatchamacall...
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually...
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's...
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same...
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies.
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the...
True, but... Going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could... But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly...
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed.
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answer.
No use standing around here chatting about it.
Doe?
Faria.
Faria? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnagan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Dahnan rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne.
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far... Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left.
place is beautiful!
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagin.
Tarnagin. He was the one that fought.
He was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority. And it was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes, and even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins. But fate was not so benign.
What happened?
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, but he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the...
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a...
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is. As for what happened after, that you all...
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Dahnans there would still be suffering under...
Shionne's right. What other Lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone... You've saved so many people, though. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too...
Frank as always, but I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shionne. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they...
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely... offer their assistance.
Damn it! Lenegis soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menancia.
I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
This one's mine! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Glacial spear!
The enemy will
We're not ready!
You'll soon see about that!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Feel
Now!
like it.
Frozen!
hammer! Scream faith and blood.
Raging
On your
Rising Falcon!
Those soldiers seem different from the city.
Yeah.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by
Indeed. And yet,
They're
I've never...
Maybe some...
What with the...
Get lost! Illuminate the sun!
Easter!
Hug forth! Holy trigger!
Shockwave captivity!
Here goes! Explosion! These ones can run rings around us!
shattering the pieces!
Attack! I can handle it!
Demon Fang!
Denied! Now!
Next! Infernal Torrent! Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Radiant
Rising
Demon!
Elusive deity!
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon!
I'm ready!
I'm knocked up!
Shion!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
We can really make weapons with this?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
We can't get out of this!
Stardust!
Downfall!
Rising Falcon!
Reload! I think I'll catch up the
Rising
next time.
Wyvern!
Where are you going? Lightning
Eat
orb!
dirt!
Anything in normal is all mine!
Birthday!
Severing Wind!
In here! Radiant
Soaring Light Spear!
Damn it! Out of it to the fight!
Denied!
By the power of one!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Rising Wyvern!
This
one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Here, let me help. Not in your dreams!
Bloody
Megasonic Thrust!
No further!
Shield!
Shield!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Hi, Doodle! You all!
Engaging!
Photon blast! Light healing
break this
down!
night.
Shattering! You do the same for me. Holy murder! Glacial spear!
Fire support!
Freeze Lancer!
Rising Falcon!
I'm ready! Far enough!
Listen!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummel
Let the marksman handle this. This one's mine. Raging storm!
Severing Wind!
Celestial
I'm ready!
Ramon! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
On your knees.
Oh, Byron's guardian wind.
An astral arch?
That's my cue.
Resonate with the earth!
Shut him down!
On your
Rising Falcon!
Wind after
We're not ready!
Here's the evil. Freeze Lancer!
Dazzle!
Tempest Swirl!
Rising Falcon!
Celestial!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Little help!
You got spirit!
This one's all mine! Double Demon! Ignite!
How long are we gonna keep this up for
In a
exactly?
vine?
Now you'll learn!
Double Demon Fang!
Glacial spear!
Rising Tempest!
Freeze Lancer!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
further!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Raging Spear! Celestial Hammer! Searing
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Radiant Spear! Illuminate the sun! Magic is out! Holy Land! Finish without a trace!
Elusive deity carved through armor!
Soaring blast! Lightning Orb!
Everlasting sun!
Illuminate the sun! Power of
Demon
War!
Fang!
Holy
Demon
Land!
Demon Fang!
I'll grind you into dust!
Lightning! Downfall! Back into the fray!
Sonic
Do
Thrust!
it! Kisara frozen!
Hammer!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. No choice!
Bring him down!
Raging Cascade!
I'll take you! In a bind?
Art Radiant Spear! Not in your dreams!
That makes me the thorn in his side.
Lightning Orb!
Blew away! Not today!
I'll grind you into dust! I'm ready!
Holy Land!
Sonic Thrust!
Radiant Ray! Smite with flattened blade!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Radiant Spear!
Try this!
Another ammo! Starting wind!
Nothing gets by me!
Devastation!
Sweet power!
The everlasting dark sword! Negative gate! I'm your
Where
you go! I'm ready!
Looks like we won. Right, here goes! For my lord!
Take this!
Sonic Thrust!
Let me see what I can do!
Johalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Lightning!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
With this, I can become even stronger!
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imeris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to. She looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imeris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danan astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegis. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when—
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zeugles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a Master Core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zeugles, then we get some answers.
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Go get her! I'll cover you.
Pierce Rising Light!
Take this!
Lunar Corruption!
I can carve through
Lunar
armor!
Blast! More to the front! Here goes! Annihilation! Not in your dreams!
Fly!
Burning Raging Storm!
Catapult!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! That'll bring you down!
Demon
Now!
Fang! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! Take this!
Radiant Pierce!
You're mine!
Raging Storm!
Lunar Rondo!
The power of flame!
They
Leave
might
it
crack
all
into
out of
me!
Lightning Orb! Light Axe Lightning! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Burning Fire! Here's Evil!
Take this!
Freeze Lancer!
Armor won't save you! Air pressure! Resonate with the earth!
It's on!
Healing Touch!
Eat dirt!
Catapult!
The flames will roar!
Thanks!
Sweet
Rising
Sorry,
Wiper!
You do the same for me.
Rising Spell!
Freeze Lancer!
Captivity! One final push!
Let's finish this off!
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
Annihilate Lightning by the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Rising Wiper!
Violent starting wind! Caution! Explosion! Dance in the wind! Air strike! Here, let me help! Deny!
I'll smash you! Now we're not in a bind.
Searing Flame!
Shockwave
Thunder
Strike!
Field!
Strike!
Photon!
You picked
Dance
the
in
wrong
the
fight!
wind!
Live up!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened.
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me, and the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother. As for Tarnagin, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to... Forgiveness, acceptance...
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. Not for those...
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the life.
That's what living's all about. Being able to... Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim. Not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on. What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out. Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it...
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's, and I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorn. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I'm determined to save Shionne and Dana. Nothing I learn can change. Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records, by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign?
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere
About the Lords? Why would they be on?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require...
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They've re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, Volron.
Volron? He's only sovereign because someone made him that way.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign?
Upon victory, the sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and... When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in... The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't...
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can. While
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? Long-term use of... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me. It made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Xion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Xion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Xion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was past. I'm so sorry, Xion.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
is the reason for your
the thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and
And that's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.